As head of the Catholic Church, Pope Francis is a guide for 1.2 billion people in an institution that governs, among many things, morality. But how to lead in an age where the moral compass of the Church appears to have been broken by the torrent of sex abuse scandals perpetrated by clerics in positions of power. It has cast a devastating shadow over the papacy. And with the Church in deep crisis, the latest law decreed by Francis shined more light on how clerics should deal with cases of sexual abuse. But the Vatican's top sexual crimes investigator gave little indication on the penalties that could be faced.
I think a universal law has to factor in diversity of cultures. Can't, be too strict, because otherwise it will be inoperative. You need something that can be flexible enough to work.
There are 1 million priests and nuns in the Roman Catholic Church. All of them must now report any cases of sexual abuse to church superiors and any cover-ups, even in countries where the law does not oblige them to do so. It follows this year's summit on the issue, as well as several high-profile scandals, such as the conviction of George Pell, Australia's highest-ranking Catholic, now serving a 6-year sentence for sexually abusing 2 choir boys in a Melbourne cathedral. Or the Chilean cardinals, accused and disgraced as they covered up reports of child sexual abuse going back decades. For victims of abuse, Vatican justice still has a long way to go.
It's the Church once again saying that they are going to investigate these allegations and these crimes, but they are going to investigate themselves. And I'm afraid that isn't good enough. That's what survivors and victims have been shouting for years, is that we cannot trust the Church, we cannot trust the officials to police themselves.
And even with a new system in place, there is still no requirement to report these crimes to civil authorities. A gaping hole in a system that has already failed so many victims of clerical sex abuse. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera.